Okay, today I'm working on my 99 Ford Expedition with the 5.4 Triton motor. Bought this vehicle for a work vehicle to tow a trailer with. Has the tow package. Somebody's already done me the favor and changed the compressor into the rear springs into shocks and springs versus the airbags, which obviously went bad. Noticed a little skip in it, so decided I would change the plugs and the boots on the end of the coils, because that is the least expensive and best way to start. In doing this, I noticed that the back two, number 3 and 4 on the driver's side, and 7 and 8 on the passenger side, had not been changed. They changed the boots and they changed the plugs on both. The 1 and 2 and 3 or 4 and or 5 and 6. Sorry. So the reason for that is they're very difficult to get to. On the passenger side, I've already done. The best way to do that is to, if you can see it, take that plastic cowl off the positive cables and obviously remove your negative cable. Remove the cables and remove the bracket that holds that. Now the coolant lines that are there are still in the way, and make the back two, 7 and 8, very difficult to get to. But take your time and you can get to them. The plugs are worse to get out than the coils off, but just a few little movements of everything here. There's some vacuum hoses that you can move out of your way, and I took the injector plugs off to get the and they'll move. You can swivel the injectors around inside the fuel rail. I did not have to remove the fuel rail on this side. Those hoses right here are coolant lines for your heater core, and they are just aggravating. They're in the way. But anyway, there's your PVC line and some vacuum lines that you can take off and get out of the way, and that kind of helps get back to those two that are aggravating on the back side. On the driver's side of the vehicle, I had to take the fuel rail loose. Now, I have not changed any of these plugs just yet, but unplugged all of my lines, all of my injectors and all of my coils, and the number 3 coil, there is a vacuum line that goes to the fuel rail right here. Oops, sorry. Right here. That is over top of the keeper bolt for the coil. So you have to take your fuel rail loose, and you'll have to pull your injectors out, or you can get to that bolt. Let's see if I can get the camera angled right. Well, I'm not able to see it. It's right in next to that injector that is right directly underneath this canister for the fuel rail. So you can't get that injector or that bolt out without removing the fuel rail. You could probably take a 7mm wrench and go 1/8 of a turn at a time, but I decided to pop the fuel rail loose and take the bolts retaining the fuel rail here and here, and that makes that all loose, and it will pop right out of there. There's O-rings that hold it in place, and that way you can get to that mystery bolt. After I remove that, I'll change the plugs and put everything back into place. Now, as this vehicle is, it's very filthy. It's got 218,000 miles on it, so just kind of be cautious about cleaning everything up before you stick things back in. The injectors, wipe all the injector ends down and make sure you've got all the dirt off from them. prior to putting everything back together. I hope this video helps. This is a daunting task for the beginners, and I am a novice at this as well, but it can be done. Just take your time and be patient. I hope this video helps.